Daryl Bell was the kind of man folks barely noticed. Every morning at 4:45 a.m., he punched in at Harmon Tech, the tech firm downtown with glass elevators and coffee bars on every floor. While executives talked big numbers upstairs, Daryl was down in the basement, cleaning toilets, emptying trash, fixing broken vending machines. And he did it all with a quiet smile. He never asked for much, until the day they said he took something that wasn't his. It started small, a whispered conversation near the elevators, a side glance in the break room, and then an email. Subject line, internal security review. When Daryl showed up to work that Tuesday, the guard didn't say good morning. Instead, he told Daryl to wait in the office. Inside, two men were already seated, HR and a man Daryl didn't recognize. "We just need to ask you a few questions," the stranger said, sliding a folder across the table. Inside were screenshots, blurry, black and white. They showed someone near a supply cabinet. Same coveralls Daryl wore, same frame, same shift time. "We're investigating the disappearance of 3 corporate laptops," the man continued. "They were last seen Thursday night. After you clocked in." Daryl's stomach dropped. He hadn't touched any laptops, ever. He didn't even go near that floor. But his protest didn't matter. They had footage. Within hours, Daryl was placed on unpaid leave pending investigation. By Friday, he was fired. By Monday, police knocked on his apartment door. The arrest was quiet. The shame was not. News got out fast. Black custodian caught in $9,000 tech theft made the rounds online. His photo mugshot, no context, went viral. People who once smiled at him in the hallways now crossed the street to avoid him. And Daryl? He couldn't even look his daughter in the eyes. "Daddy, why are people saying you're a thief?" But here's what they didn't tell the public. There were no fingerprints, no eyewitnesses, no video of Daryl actually taking anything, just a grainy still frame. I guess a narrative too convenient to question. But someone did question it, and she was the last person Daryl ever expected to fight for him. Her name was Liana, an intern in accounting, barely 22, quiet, observant. Most people ignored her, but not Daryl. Every morning, he'd wipe down her desk and leave her a sticky note. "Smile today, you matter." It was small, kind, but it stayed with her. So when she saw his name in the company-wide memo, something felt wrong. And when she looked at the timestamp on the screenshot, she knew Daryl couldn't have been near the supply room because she was with him. Thursday night, 9:14 p.m. Liana had forgotten her wallet on her desk. When she ran back into the building, Daryl had been mopping near the front lobby. They chatted briefly about music, of all things. She even remembered the exact song playing through his earbuds, Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On." He'd stayed there, mopping, for another 15 minutes, which meant he never left that floor. But the theft happened on the 3rd floor, 3 flights up. Liana took this to HR. They brushed her off, said the camera didn't lie. But Liana wasn't done. She dug deeper, and what she found, it shattered everything. Inside the internal server, Harmon Tech kept full surveillance logs, not just clips, but full camera loops for every floor. The screenshot used to accuse Daryl had been pulled from a camera on floor 3, but the footage, it had a time code that didn't match the one in the official report. It had been edited. Even worse, the man in the video wasn't wearing gloves. When Liana zoomed in on the left wrist, she saw something. A tattoo, a snake coiled around a chest piece. Daryl didn't have tattoos, but his supervisor, Greg, did. Greg, the floor manager, the same one who approved Daryl's shifts, the same one who found the missing laptops, the same one who vouched for footage, and now, the same one with the exact tattoo as the man in the frame. Liana printed everything. Screenshots, time logs, employee rosters, even a clip from security footage showing Greg leaving the building an hour after claiming to be off duty. Then she drove straight to Daryl's public defender. The man looked stunned. This changes everything. But the court system moves slow. The DA wanted more. A motive, a link, And most of all, proof that Greg had access to tamper with the footage. Liana didn't stop. She broke into old internal memos. Discovered Greg had recently gained IT override privileges during a temporary supervisor promotion 2 months prior. He could access and edit footage. But still, the DA hesitated. Then something unexpected happened. One of the missing laptops pinged. It had been offline for weeks. Then suddenly, online, just for 3 minutes. Enough to transmit location data. The address? An Airbnb on the outskirts of town. Rented under a fake name, but paid for using Greg's company credit card. Police moved fast. Inside the rental, they found 2 of the stolen laptops, untouched, still in Harmon-Tech cases. Greg was arrested that night, but even in cuffs, he didn't blink. He said it was a setup, that someone was trying to frame him. And when confronted about the surveillance footage, he just smiled. Still, the charges were enough. Daryl's name was cleared. The DA issued an apology. Harmon-Tech offered him his job back, but Daryl said no. He'd cleaned up enough of other people's messes. He was done, but here's where it gets dark. Because 2 days after Greg made bail, he vanished. No trace, no phone activity, no sightings, just gone. And then, Liana's apartment was broken into. Nothing stolen, no forced entry. Just her laptop moved, and a sticky note on the desk, written in handwriting she didn't recognize. For words, "Smile today, you matter." But Daryl didn't write it, and he was just as shaken, because neither of them could explain. Who did? The sticky note chilled Liana to her bones. "Smile today, you matter." The same words Daryl used every morning, but the handwriting? Slanted, unfamiliar, almost taunting. And the way her laptop had been moved, nothing stolen, nothing deleted, just touched. Someone had been inside, watching, sending a message. Daryl didn't sleep that night. Neither did Liana. They both knew what it meant. This wasn't over. Greg was gone. He'd made bail just 48 hours earlier. Then, poof, no car, no phone, no surveillance footage of him leaving his apartment, like he vanished into air. But Liana remembered something. A random voicemail she got 2 weeks ago. A hang-up, static, weird buzzing. She never thought much of it, until now. She pulled it up, played it again. At first, nothing. Then something, a click, a man's voice, muffled, barely audible, but clear enough to make her blood run cold. "It's bigger than you think. They know. Stop digging." Then silence. She took it to the police. The officers shrugged. Could be a prank. Daryl knew better. He'd seen men like Greg before. Not just crooked, but connected. Greg wasn't smart enough to frame someone alone. He had help. And whoever helped him wasn't done cleaning up. 2 days later, Daryl's daughter, Kayla, didn't come home from school. Liana was the first to get the call. The school said Kayla left at 3:15 p.m. like normal, but she never made it to the bus stop. Her phone was off. Her bag was found in a trash bin 3 blocks away. Panic spread like wildfire. Daryl was already on the street, screaming her name. Then his phone buzzed. Blocked number. No caller ID. He answered. "You were never meant to win, Daryl." Then the line cut off. No ransom. No demands. Just that one message. The police launched an Amber Alert. The media swarmed Daryl's doorstep. Old headlines resurfaced. Former theft suspect's daughter missing. They still wouldn't call him innocent. Just former. But that night, something happened. At 2:03 a.m., Liana's phone lit up. A notification from an unknown cloud account. Shared video. She opened it. Her breath caught. It was a live feed of a room. Empty except for a small cot and Kayla. Sleeping. Safe, but clearly not home. The camera panned slightly, revealing a sticky note on the wall. "Back off, or she disappears for good." The police traced the IP. Nothing. The signal was bounced through servers in 5 different countries. Whoever sent the footage knew what they were doing, and it wasn't about ransom. It was about silence. Liana was done being quiet. She broke into the old Harmon Tech employee portal, one she still had limited access to. She found something strange. Greg's payroll logs showed payments for hours he never worked. And not just him, 3 other employees, all from IT. All gone now. 2 transferred. 1 died in a car accident last year. Too many loose threads. Too many ghosts. Then another message. This time in Daryl's mailbox. No postage. No envelope. Just a folded piece of paper with an address. And a note. Come alone, or the girl pays. Daryl didn't tell police. Didn't tell Liana. He just went. It was an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. Rotting, silent, cold. He stepped inside. One overhead bulb flickered. And standing in the shadows was Greg, alive, smiling, holding something in his hand. A phone, streaming something. It was Kayla, still asleep, still alive. Greg raised one finger to his lips. Sure. Now listen carefully. The true purpose of the frame-up, who Greg was working for, and the final, dangerous choice Daryl must make to get his daughter back. Greg stood under the flickering warehouse light, grinning like a man who had already won. Daryl's fist clenched, but he didn't move. Kayla's face on the phone screen held him in place. Still asleep, still alive, but for how long? Greg leaned against a rusted beam. Casual like this was just another job. You always thought you were too good for the mop, too proud for silence. Daryl's voice was low, guttural, dangerous. Where is she? Greg laughed. The sound echoed through the rafters like a gunshot. She's safe. For now. But that depends on you. He tossed something. A flash drive. Drop the claims. Tell Liana to shut up. Walk away. No more digging. Daryl didn't touch it. You kidnapped a child. Greg shrugged. We're not monsters. She's fed, warm, unharmed. Yet, the air grew colder. You're just a janitor, Daryl. Nobody listens to you, but people do listen to her. And if she doesn't stop, we all go down. Back at the station, Liana was already cracking open the files from the Harmon Tech archives. Something was off about the old security feeds. Dozens of backups missing, most wiped, but one, just one, had been uploaded to a forgotten employee folder. She clicked play. It was grainy, but clear enough. A hallway. Midnight. Greg entering the server room. Not alone. Behind him, the chief of security. And her heart stopped. A city councilman. One of the men who pushed for Daryl's arrest. She didn't know what they were doing in that room. But it wasn't janitorial business. And it wasn't just about theft. This went deeper. Meanwhile, Daryl left the warehouse with the flash drive. Inside, not threats, not ransom details, but surveillance footage. Blurry, but unmistakable. Kayla, inside a motel room. Time-stamped. Live. That was all he needed. He took it straight to Liana. They triangulated the motel using the room's wallpaper, an emergency exit map seen briefly in the clip. It was in East Haven, room 206. Daryl didn't wait for backup. He stormed the door, broke it down with his shoulder. Kayla sat in the corner, eyes wide, duct tape over her mouth. He scooped her into his arms like the world was ending. Because for a moment it was... Police arrived minutes later. Greg was gone, but the room left filled with evidence. Fingerprints, footprints, DNA on a half-eaten meal. Enough to build a case. But that wasn't the twist. The real twist? Inside the motel drawer, a burner phone, and in it, one saved number. Liana called it. A familiar voice answered. You shouldn't have gone this far. It was Deputy Hale, the lead investigator on Daryl's original case. Everything started falling apart. The frame job, ordered from the top. The janitor job, a cover. They thought Daryl would be easy to silence. The theft accusation, a distraction to bury whistleblower footage hidden in Harmon Tech's server room. Footage that exposed illegal surveillance programs sold to city officials. Greg wasn't the mastermind, just a pawn. The rot went higher. City council, law enforcement, corporate, all of them. connected by a secret they would kill to protect. The story hit the press. Liana leaked the motel footage anonymously. Public outcry exploded. Daryl's name was finally cleared, not just unofficially, but legally. Charges dropped. A public apology aired live. But justice? That was still unfinished. Because Greg? Still missing. Deputy Hale? Resigned. No charges yet. And the mysterious network behind it all? Still out there. Watching. Waiting. And Daryl knows the moment he lets his guard down, they'll try again. Kayla returned to school. Liana quit her job and started an independent investigative podcast. Daryl? He still works nights. Same broom, same halls. But every time he pushes that mop down the dark corridor, he walks taller. Because he's not just cleaning floors anymore. He's protecting truth. One quiet step at a time. If this story shook you, don't let it stop here. Comment your thoughts. Share and subscribe for more.